Happy Sunday, lovely lights. I am reading the first chapter of Healing While Learning to Love Yourself. Well, Healing While Learning to Love Myself. This is chapter 1 from yours truly. Past pains, excuse me. Past pains we allow to create our future. The birth of June. Bright light pierces my eyes as I am wheeled down an endless hall. Fear and worries fill my mind. I can't catch my breath. A rubber band tightens around my chest. I cradle my hands over my 42-week ginormous belly. My baby, it's time for her to come. Only I can't birth her. I have been trying for the last 28 hours. My heart pounds faster and faster. I think it's going to explode out of my chest. I gag as I dry heave. I've never felt more alone. Through the doorway, over a bump, they heave me into a small room filled with medical equipment. It's nothing like I thought an operating room would look like. Strange machines fill the walls. It's cold and stale. Discomfort pulses through my veins. Stranger people dressed in blue are waiting for me. Like I'm on another planet, the blue creatures mask up their faces, drape their bodies in more blue as they snap on gloves up to their elbows. They are covering up like I have malaria, a fatal disease. But the thing is, I don't have a contagious disease. I'm only in labor. I'm supposed to be birthing my daughter. I imagine myself holding Violet. She is tiny. Her skin is smooth as silk. Her beautiful mouth turns up into a smile. Stars fill her eyes. I kiss her forehead and smell her amazing newborn smell. As I cradle her, I know exactly how to be her mother. All fears of being like my mom fly away from me. I'm going to say float away from me. Float away from me. I am different. I imagine myself nursing her. Beauty surrounds me. Light blinds me as I try to peel my eyes open. Light blinds me as I try to peel my eyes open. A wave of blue fills the room. The tide comes in and out, and the ocean encapsulates me. Strange voices speak mumbling words. There's no way this is happening right now. I already know how I'm supposed to have my daughter. I wrote it in my birth plan. Well, actually, Jenny wrote it for me. I would have, only my handwriting is terrible. My sister has always had the most beautiful penmanship. I'm shaking so bad I am convulsing. Overdosed on Pitocin, and God knows what else, and now something to prep me for an emergency. I'm trembling, shivering, dry heaving. All I want is a familiar face. Love escapes me. In rushes my husband and sister. A slight bit of relief overcomes me. Michelle, we are going to do the poke test to make sure you are numb. A voice carries into the air. I am convulsing so bad I have no control of my chattering jaw. My legs, the lower half of my body, is lifeless. It seems serene. Just hours ago, I was in the deep pains of the most intense feelings of childbirth and life, and now to the feelings of fright. Pitch black feelings suffocate me. Stop, stop, trembles out of my jaw. I feel like I'm having a coughing attack, only I am paralyzed. I picture the surgeon stabbing my baby in the head. I start gagging and choking. Vomit fills my face. My body shudders. An elephant sits on my chest. The room is closing in on me. So this is what it feels like to die. But I can't die before I meet my daughter, can I? Is this my path? I always knew I would die young. A wave of bright yellow fills my being. Whispers of good sprinkles over me. You can do this, Shelley. You are strong, remember? My body wrestles around. I can't feel pain. I feel motion. I hear friction. I know what they are doing behind the curtain. Through the epidermis to the muscle. Careful, of the uterus. Over goes my bladder and out goes my intestines so I can have my baby. I can't stop puking. More rustling around. I am seasick. Back and forth I sway. My eyes roll back into my head. Someone turns my head to the side and wipes the green sludge smeared across my face. A baby cries. Is it mine? I puke again. My sister cradles my face in her hands. I feel her love. She whispers kind words into my ear. I shake. She is bleeding. She needs... Everything goes white. There is no sound. Is this heaven? Where am I? It's so beautiful here. Universe? I am connected with something higher. I don't feel any pain, only relief. Love and light surrounds me. I am calm and beautiful. I feel like this is where I belong. No, not yet. It's not your time. Go back. In this life, you have so much you need to do. So many people you need to help awaken. 3 babies you need to raise. You are not welcome in this moment. Something gives me permission to go back. I lovingly accept. You are only 26. It's not your time. Go now. Shelley, go back before it's too late. I fall and hit hard. Blue flashes and chokes me. I gasp for a breath. My arms are strapped out to my sides. Here she is, Shelley. A frightened voice and a distorted version of a man blurs before me. My eyes roll back into my head. The man's voice registers. It's my husband. He is holding something small, wrapped in a blanket. I can't see anything. All I feel is pain and fear. Take her away. Take her away. I puke again. I am confused. I don't know what just happened. I convulse. I feel like dying again. I hear my baby cries. I hear baby cries echo out the door. My sister stays by my side. I am just another C-section on today's rotations. Black fuzz halos around everything. Terrified, shaken, and raped of the birth of my firstborn. I lay numb and forever broken. How do I come back from this? After what they have done to me, I am wheeled away. I feel like an intruder. Another small room with a screen and a woman wearing a golden scrub hat and a nasty scowl on her face. Finally, a wave of warmth overcomes me when I am greeted by my soul mother and my little sister Amy Beth. The mere presence of them comforts me. Their mere presence comforts me. I feel a little safer. I am slowly coming back. I feel what it feels like to be alive again. Air flows into my nostrils. I still can't feel my kinkles. I have cotton mouth. I am sure I look like a train wreck. My stomach growls. I actually feel hungry. Elisa slips me a pretzel and a sip of vitamin water, even though they told me not to, just in case I hemorrhage again. Elisa's soothing voice comforts me. Her words are muffled, but I know she loves me, and I love her. Amy Beth and Jenny kiss my head and embrace me over the hospital bed. We cry. Tears run down my freckled cheeks. Suddenly, the moment I have been waiting for. In comes my baby. I snap to. Suddenly, the moment I have been waiting 10.5 months for. In comes my baby. I snap to. I am a mother now. In comes my baby. My intuition. My intuition snaps to. I am a mother now. I don't care how much I feel like dying. I've been waiting for this ever since I was a little girl. I flop out my engorged breasts. Can I nurse her? I ask as if I need permission. My sister Jenny takes charge. She has always been like this. I thank her internally as she helps me get my daughter to latch on. It stings. I hardly care. I finally feel alive. I I snort more oxygen through my nose. My hair is a ratty mess. My spray tan is faded off. As the nurse peels off the suction cups from my chest, she leaves me with my natural, pasty, and spotted complexion. Birth was so different than I ever imagined it would be, feeling broken yet complete at the same time. 7.5 years later, and here I am, more awakened than I have ever been. That story like makes my throat tense up, and I used to not be able to tell this story without bawling my eyes out, and it still makes me have goosebumps and makes me really sad. But it's a really good story, and I want to share it. And in this book I share all of my birth stories. So I have this one, and then I have, if this is the first time you're joining me, I had 2 home VBAC births, so 2 home birth vaginal births after C-section. So I learned a lot from this birth of Junebug, and it has molded me and helped me become who I am today. And I'm here just to be an advocate for women and for people anywhere, in any situation, not just birth, to know that you have a voice, and what you think matters the most. What you feel matters the most, not what other people scare you into. This experience, I learned to not live in fear and not let other people defeat me. It was a huge life lesson, and it took me a long time. It took me 5 years to kind of learn my lesson from June's birth, but I really feel like I don't have it all figured out, but I have this one pretty insane heavy experience of my life. I definitely I have some amazing insight, and I grew exponentially from it, and it really has helped mold me into the person I am today. So I'm very grateful for June's birth in the way that it was, and that I got to come back and I got to be successful in my home birth VBACs, and it was pretty amazing. And I choose not to live in fear anymore. I choose to live in love. And I mean, sometimes, yes, I'm human and fear creeps up on me, but the difference between now and before is that I can notice when my fears come. I can be conscious and just say, okay, I see you, fear. All right, fear, I know that you're there. That's okay, fear, you go ahead. Go ahead. And I can also ask, all right, why am I feeling so scared? What am I so scared about? And 9 times out of 10, if I'm feeling scared or fear of something, I'm living in the past, or I'm jumping to the future, and I'm just not allowing my life to be. So just be aware of living too hard in your past pains. And I understand it's easy to get stuck in the past pains, because they will get you. And some people, I mean, there's some people in their 60s, 70s, 80s who are stuck in their past pains. So try today to be aware of your past pains. If you are feeling tightness or pains in your body, or feeling really emotional, sad, angry, frustrated, excited, or something like any of those negative energy forms, if you're feeling those, just notice them and allow yourself to feel them, but don't get so caught up in them, and don't let them become you, because they can become you and they will try. Just do your best to be aware. Okay, I notice you sadness. I notice I might be feeling a little maybe guilty and resentful, remorseful from something I did in the past. Allow yourself to forgive yourself. I allowed myself to forgive myself, and that was the bottom line, is I really had to forgive myself for June's birth and know that it was the way that it was supposed to be. It was the perfect birth that I needed to have to get her out, and it was beautiful in its own crazy, distorted way, but it was just the way it needed to be. So I love you all so much, and I send you love, peace, and happiness on this beautiful day. Happy Sunday. This is June. She is 7. This is my girl. 7. Oop, was that 8? Okay, bye-bye.